Hi, my name is David. I've always believed relationships are built on trust and honesty. But recently, I've found myself questioning everything I thought I knew about the woman I love. I'm sharing my story because I don't know what to do, and I need your advice. 2 years ago, I met Sophia at a charity event. She was vibrant and confident, and she had this ability to make everyone around her feel special. It wasn't long before we started dating, and I quickly fell for her. Sophia shared stories of her childhood, her dreams, and even her struggles. I felt like she was an open book, and I admired her for it. 6 months ago, I proposed. She said yes, and it was one of the happiest moments of my life. I thought I knew everything about her, but now I realize I may have been wrong. The first crack appeared a few months ago during a casual dinner with her friends. Her best friend, Emily, started telling stories from their college days. They were laughing about silly things, late night adventures, and embarrassing moments. When Emily mentioned someone named Andrew, it wasn't what she said, but how she said it. Sophia was so smitten with Andrew back then, Emily teased. Sophia laughed it off, but I noticed something in her expression, a flicker of discomfort. Later that night, I asked her about it. "Oh, Andrew. He's just someone I knew in college," she said, brushing it off. Nothing worth talking about. At first, I let it go. After all, everyone has a past. But something about her reaction stayed with me. She seemed evasive, and Sophia wasn't the type to shy away from sharing her experiences. A few weeks later, I stumbled upon an old box in our closet while looking for winter clothes. It was filled with photos and keepsakes from her college days. Among the mementos, I found a letter addressed to her from Andrew. It was heartfelt, romantic, and filled with promises of a future together. I confronted her about it, and she admitted that Andrew was someone she had dated in college. "It was a long time ago," she said. "We were young and in love, but it didn't work out. That's all there is to it." I wanted to believe her, but something didn't sit right. I started noticing other things. A text from an unknown number she quickly deleted, her hesitation when certain topics came up, and the way she always steered conversations away from her past. Then came the night I couldn't ignore it anymore. We were at another dinner with her friends when Emily dropped another bombshell. "Sophia, remember when you and Andrew planned that whole surprise trip together? That was so romantic," Emily said. This time, Sophia didn't laugh. Her face froze for a moment before she forced a smile and changed the subject. But it was too late. I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the story. The next day, I asked her about it. "David, I've already told you," she said, frustration creeping into her voice. "Andrew is in my past. Why does it matter?" I told her it mattered because I felt like she was hiding something from me. She insisted there was nothing to hide, but her defensiveness only deepened my suspicions. That's when I decided to do something I'm not proud of. I reached out to Emily. Emily was hesitant at first, but eventually she told me what she knew. Sophia and Andrew had been more than just college sweethearts. They had been engaged. She said they had planned a future together. A future that fell apart when Andrew cheated on her. I was stunned. Sophia had never mentioned an engagement, let alone the pain of having her trust betrayed. I confronted her again, and this time she broke down. "Yes, I was engaged to Andrew, she admitted. I didn't tell you because it was the most painful chapter of my life. I didn't want to bring that baggage into our relationship. Her explanation made sense, but it didn't explain everything. Why had she been so defensive? Why had she hidden the engagement? And why, as Emily later told me, had she reached out to Andrew just last year? When I asked her about contacting him, she admitted it. I wanted closure, she said. I needed to know if I'd really moved on. It felt like a punch to the gut. Here I was, thinking I was the only man in her heart, and she had been reaching out to her ex while we were together. Sophia insisted it was nothing more than a conversation. I realized, after talking to him, that he wasn't the person I thought he was, she said. That's when I knew I had truly moved on. I love you, David. I wanted to believe her. I really did. But the doubts kept creeping in. Why hadn't she told me about Andrew from the beginning? Was it because she thought I wouldn't understand? Or was it because she still had feelings for him? A week later, I did something I never thought I'd do. I reached out to Andrew. Andrew was surprisingly open. He confirmed their relationship had been intense and complicated. Sophia is an amazing person, he said, but we both made mistakes. She reached out to me last year. I think she wanted to see if I'd changed, but honestly, I think she was just testing herself. Testing herself? The words echoed in my mind. Was I just her safety net while she figured out what she wanted? When I brought this up to Sophia, she didn't deny it. David, I won't lie to you. A part of me needed to know if I'd made the right choice, she said. But I chose you. You're the one I want to spend my life with. Now I'm left with a choice. Do I believe her and move forward, or do I let the doubts tear us apart? What would you do if you were in my shoes? Can a relationship survive when trust has been broken, even just a little? I don't know the answer, but I hope you can help me find it.